clarity on the AI too. I get excited with what it can do, but I want to say that first and foremost, before it had even been rolled out at all, I was also concerned with what it could do on a negative standpoint. I think that a lot of technologies are hidden. I want to be really clear about what I really think is going on here is that technologies that the ruling class, which work on behalf of the fallen, and I mean, they don't die, maybe. They're remembering lives as they loop through Satan's tricks, which is time. And whatever their reasoning to do things is just, it's irrational, in my opinion, that anyone does something bad because the only things I know I'm winning at is even if Satan was running the world, it's the world. And he runs it as a negative and bad person and rewards bad. But this is within this loop of time, which is a temporary life, and you may be reborn with no memory of the last time he fucked you over. So he has a new life to be making up for the things that he did that were bad that didn't quite work on you. Anyway, times of Noah, as are now the times of the Son of Man, which is Jesus Christ. And there is a lot of talk of with the Christ within. And I was going on this level too, and understanding that everyone is of God. Okay, so parts of which the Bible is saying that Jesus wishes for the relationship with God, Jesus, and the all of man. So it's essentially that we are all these independent waves, but the waters of mankind is the ocean, and it's attached to God, and the Jesus is within of us all too. So I broke through some details on these things using AI, and I'm going to continue to use it. I am not sitting in a cave praying to God. I am living within the world that maybe Satan has manufactured, but my home is heated, my internet and all these things are tools, and I use the tools for good. My hammer hits nails, doesn't hit heads. Not like Satan's fucking hammer does. Okay, so what I will always say to this is the best you can do is the best. And love and kindness is the big winner, no matter what. Mistakes are mistakes. Here's the only time I ever lied. Well, that could be a lie. I think, for the most part, my lies have just been mistakes. I don't think that I intentionally put time into hurting people with a lie. And, these white lies and stuff that they say, well, it's, Grandpa used to tell his clean jokes. Was a white horse falling into a mud puddle. Okay? That's the dirty joke. Anyway, Grandpa's a nice old guy. Miss him. Yeah, miss all the grandparents. Apparently they're up there waiting for us. Here's the thing. We don't know. There's much more that we do not know. What I say is that bad is bad. And it's not a winning choice. Good in love and truth and Jesus Christ and God, these are winning choices. Unless, of course, there's something that I don't understand or don't know, but to think that I'm going to hell on a planet where most of the world has a winter, or that all the Inuits are demonic. I just find some of the angles on some of the stories from other people to be a little weird. And, I'm in Canada, we have winters. For me to fly in vegetables, which I could and can, so that means that only wealthy people are going to be getting to heaven. Here's the thing. It's easier for a camel to fit through a needle than it is for a wealthy man to get to heaven. That's because their wealth is built on dysfunction. The parody here, parable is that parody. Funny, actually. because the camel and the fact that it's representing that it's something very big and grand in which nothing was done in the way that God wants. So if I have abundance, people around me won't starve. People around me don't go without. And here's the thing, they didn't. I had a food bank running. I harvested and collected cords of wood, and I gave them away. And they're not cheap, 7 to 10 cords a year, times $350. I usually paid the 250 to 300 and tip 100 because I also, everyone knows this too. I've given cars away, I've given money away left, right, and center because I know I can see when someone does need it and is suffering. And somebody that's not going to turn on their heat because it's heat or buy groceries, they need it more than I did. Because I would also quite likely have, in many occasions, I've gone hungry to feed others. So that's the way. How is a rich man with billions of dollars on his yacht floating around? I mean, what could that person have done good to change the world to make it easier and better for everyone? And I'm not saying that handouts put people to work for enough money, call it a charitable income. Because there's ways in which you could put people to work to helping other people. And it could be the reciprocal thing that makes the world a better place. Grow food, not lawns. Fruit trees, not just your average tree with pine cones and so forth. There are good choices and good things. I could run this world better than any of the people running it right now. And that's always been a major question to me is how come there is never a good person rising to the top? It's because all that Satan does is manipulate. He runs a catocracy, which is where the worst person is put in position of power because they've been manipulated and can be with the things that they've done bad. Because they're more concerned with the way they look, their persona, their wave, the ocean of mistakes that Satan has caught them with. So yeah, he's using the pedo crimes. He's using all the criminal activities, and I don't think that you can get worse than snuff of good living kids, and that's what the fucking guy is doing with people. So yeah, it's really easy to see how tools can be misused, but they can also be used to the benefit of everyone. And I use Photoshop. I'm using lots of programs. I'm building homes. I'm doing things that are good. My garden is to help people eat, and I gave away lots of food. So, the opposite would be someone that lets people go hungry to make a dollar. Like even Safeway, they now give their unused food to recyclable things so they can sell it, as opposed to giving it to the poor. The world's gone upside down because, the upside down cross, that's when you lower yourself to material, to the payment of things rather than the blessings of soul and kindness of your heart and to get close to God. Anyway, I'm only saying it because I was excited about using AI. I think that there's great possibilities here too, but there's just a lot of traps and negativity that comes with all the technologies that they're releasing. It's always for them about power, never about helping people. So I am going to use it the best I can. And that's what I'm saying to everyone. Don't be dysfunctional. Do what you can to be a good person. And don't let any of Satan's traps get in your way. To worry about something all day when you should just worry once, make a plan, and then put that to rest. Because if it's looping in your head, it's Satan. If it's with solutions and ideas and in your calm, that's God. God will calm you. Your heart and spirit will calm you. Love keeps you happy all day. I really am happy all day. Some little loops, very minor, but they're creations of me because I'm looking for solutions. And I put more time and effort into things that most people wouldn't even consider. They wouldn't. And that's okay. It's a choice. I choose sometimes to help others. And an empath, it's the biggest trap ever, is because an empath will even try to cure and help the incurable. It's what got me poisoned. But I'm okay, and I'm fine, and I love you. And love and God, that's the wins.